Hello, hello, hello. This is Tom from Tom and Ruth Filipina Adventures. I get a lot of times questions asked, do you need a USA address to live here in the Philippines? Now, for me personally, this is my opinion, it, I think you need some type of address there. Now, not necessarily a post office box. You can have a post office box, but really it's hard because you have someone go there and pick it up and then ship it to you. You can have your brother have an address. You can, any of the family members, you just have them ship it to you whenever your credit cards come in, things of that nature. And actually give you the availability that, throw that away, throw it away. But there is other options because, you can actually buy an online service, and it's a mail service. What they do is they scan it. There's many online. You just search mail services online. There's no sense me listing all of them. There's many, 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 many. There's what they do is they receive your mail. It goes to a U.S. address. Like there's one I looked at. It's California. Goes to U.S. address, California. All mail is sent there. What they do, they scan it. They put it in the computer, and you say keep it, throw it away, keep it, throw it away, whatever. And then once like credit cards or things like that come in because your debit cards, and that's the reason you need some type of USA address. Now my bank requires me to have a US address. In order to have my bank account, in order for me to, I can do an online bank, things like that, but still required to have a USA address. Even when I have a couple accounts, I have an online bank that I use. It does really a good job, but it required a USA address. And the same thing with my main bank. And I use the main bank for my direct deposits and things like that because I want my checks deposited there. I don't want them check deposited here. Just for my personal opinion. Will they? Yeah, you can have them direct deposited here. I feel more comfortable there. And then I can just disperse the funds accordingly. However, when those checks come in, they just go direct deposit in my account. Now, they cost the mail services in USA cost me about $100 to $150 a year. It's actually really worth it if you think about it. Some you just pay once a month, they just deduct it out of your account, or you can pay yearly and save a couple of dollars. And they, as I said, they take it, they scan it, then they make a decision, and you make a decision to send an email back to them or a phone call, however. And you say discard, throw away, throw away, throw away, or you throw it away. And then that way it gives you, please send me my credit cards, my debit card, my credit card, whatever. Because my cards fluctuate. 2018, I had 2 cards. 2019, I just received one. My banks tell me I have to make sure the address is good. I got another card coming in, my corporate card, and then I have a couple other cards come in. So I'm bombarded with this. So, I'm reading my notes. So excuse me looking down at paper. Some of the guys, they keep it up here close like this, and I guess I should. Yeah. Okay, I covered everything I pretty well wanted to talk about. But, something important too. A lot of times you will get your driver's license renewal. Sometimes you get summons to court. And that is very important. I prolonged my summons to court for jury duty 4 times, 3 times. Oh, that's a no-no. I thought maybe they just forget about me. No, they don't forget about you. They never forget about you. In fact, the lady told me this is the last time. The judge requested if you're not here, we're going to come pick you up for jury duty. It got to that point. I actually went down jury duty. I was the first name on the list to be called. The guy walked in the courtroom. He says, I need to see Mr. Tom. So I was the first one. Mr. Tom, it seems you've been avoiding this court to do jury duty. This is the 3rd or 4th request that we've made, and my secretary's brought this to my attention. We have a murder trial here. We'd like you to participate in order to be a U.S. citizen. We appreciate, and it's your responsibility. And goes down through the list for 5 minutes of me getting spanked in court. So for an example, I said, okay, yes sir, what do you want me to set? Said at the very end right here, we're going to pick 6 jurors today. You're going to be one of them. Ah, man. So I was there all day, and the judge says, like, he wanted to make sure that I was on the jury. He was doing everything he could do. And they said, does anybody here have any extenuating circumstances? Can I be here? I raised my hand. Mr. Young, we're not going to hear you. You're staying. Luckily, at the end of the day, the district attorney said no. We decided not to. Because my opinions. As you know, you're there all day. I mean, they had us on the stand all day, talked about the trial and all this, that, and other. They had us on there, we're picking, and luckily they picked my buddy that I actually knew him, and they picked him, and he ended up being the head juror. But things like the driver's license, another thing's very important. I'm going to throw this in here. Somebody used my credit card. I didn't know it. They didn't notify me email. They sent it by mail. Not only did they send it by mail, they sent one letter, two letters, three letters. My brother is calling me. He says, Tom, you got all these letters that somebody's used your... I go, what are you talking about? And sure enough, there was charges on there. I never noticed. $10, $20, $40, $60. So they just, what do you do, right? You just got to get another card. So I had to stop that card. They reimbursed me my money for those transactions. And they knew it was fraudulent because the way the way it was just being done. It was done somewhere in Thailand or something. So just things like that you got to be aware of. I have a PayPal credit card also, and you get out of the country with PayPal. Will it work? Yes, but boy, some circumstances really hard to use things like that. It's always something. It's always something. Every time here, I'm okay. I don't ever have any issues. I get my mail here, no worries. They have my number on the wall. They just call, hey Tom, come pick up mail. You got mail. Instead of bringing it out here, so I just come to town, pick up my mail. They all know me there. So there's advantage, disadvantage. Have USA address. There's a lot more advantages by having some type of address because Social Security, they have office here. You can call them here. Social Security, of course, USA, can actually call them there. Social Security is not the problem. It's your credit cards. It's your banks. It's people using your credit. It's your driver's license. It's jury duty. It's all the things that you don't ever think about that all of a sudden something pops in. Bright House. Somebody charged something on my Bright House. I have $68 a month for Bright House last February on my card. I have no idea, and I've been out of USA for a long period of time. So somebody got that. So I solved that and got that resolved. So there's always something that you got to be prepared for. And I would keep a USA address. Of course, you have an address here. If you need something, you can easily you have your family member. I'm sure everyone has some type of family member you can actually use their address. And what I do is that I just put apartment B or apartment C or suite 101 or whatever on it. So it doesn't bother their mail. A lot of times, because same last name. But they drop it anyway. People really don't care. I mean, I get a lot of certified letter, like for my bank cards. I make sure to tell them, make sure you certify it so my brother receives it. Because you want to make sure. Things like that. So I want to thank everybody for watching. And please subscribe.